Here we go.
Hello, history buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Freedom of future. A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls. To the encampment for freedom of future.
For liberty. This is what American patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
The hour our liberty is at hand. For freedom is brava. Secure our liberty. My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
Welcome to my colonial home. Today, Del Payne's word captures the spirit of we fight for independence. And our freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Hour is late. We must enact. To the encampment for liberty. Through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Soldiers, the enemy is near. Front line, firing!
Trump is preparing to kick off America's 250th birthday celebration himself after several performers dropped out of America's state fair. The president now saying that instead he may focus the country's landmark birthday on a campaign-style rally, quote, bringing the #1 attraction anywhere in the world, Donald J. Trump, adding the original event should be canceled and that the singers, quote, do nothing but complain.
Some musicians seem to have segmented their audiences the same way politicians have. But this is Freedom 250, and the celebration of the 250 is a nonpartisan event.
But several artists originally scheduled to perform disagree. Martina McBride saying she was initially told it would be a nonpartisan event, but that turned out to be misleading. She, along with Poison's Bret Michaels, rapper Young MC, and Milli Vanilli, backed out.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Vanilla Ice, meanwhile, has not, posting this is not a political platform. This is celebrating America's birthday.
This is the problem with Trump. He's a divider in chief.
President Trump urging organizers to cancel the fair, just like he canceled his involvement with the Kennedy Center after a federal judge ruled Friday that his name must come off the building. He'd wanted to close the performing arts venue for 2 years for renovations and is now suggesting the landmark will collapse both structurally and financially without his time and money. The president also lashing out at the judge, and he's frustrated at mounting legal challenges, including attempts to stop construction of his planned White House ballroom.
The ballroom will be right here.
While Democrats have argued Trump does not have the right to renovate the White House without Congress, the president says the opposition is just political.
Only because it's me.
Another federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund. The Justice Department had created it to pay anyone who claimed they'd been unfairly prosecuted by the Biden administration. Senate Democrats are now launching a coordinated effort this week to try and kill what they call a slush fund. A court hearing is now scheduled for next month. Greg.
Gabe Gutierrez from the White House. Gabe, thank you.
The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
Hi, I'm Kim.
It's Mia. Hey, I'm Ariel.
It's okay. We have a beautiful guest tonight. Ariel, it's all ladies. Where's Kamal with the sound effects when we need him? But we don't need guys, girls. Because let me tell you, we about to dog the men out tonight. Diddy with his small penis, Trump with his smaller penis. How about that? Small penis energy all around. Because let me tell you, Trump, you are a major fucking disappointment. I don't know how much I can say it. And unfortunately, you bamboozled me, but never again. That's why it's about to be a blue motherfucking wave. And yeah, so anybody that's MAGA tonight, so sorry for you because I'm going in. But anyways, Trump wants to make it all about him. Kimberly, are you surprised? Isn't that what Trump always does?
No, I'm not surprised. And I said that it was going to be worse the second time around because he felt emboldened after the Stop the Steal bullshit. But that's just how bad the Democrats are so bad that they lost to this fucking moron. So here we are.
He is a moron. But what's interesting is he's trying to make this his MAGA rally. Let's watch this next clip. It explains it. I mean, you know it's bad when Martina McBride is backing out. What the hell? She's MAGA, I thought.
Canceling their appearance at the celebration of the 250th birthday party of the United States of America. It was just a few days ago that Freedom 250, that's the name of the public-private partnership putting together these events at what they're calling the Great American State Fair on the National Mall, events surrounding the 4th of July. They just announced the slate just a few days ago, but since then, Young MC now you know what to do, G, bust a move. Busted a move out of the event, saying in a statement, quote, "The artists were never told about any political involvement with the event," noting that Freedom 250 has been described as Trump-backed, which does distinguish Freedom 250 from America 250, which is the bipartisan, congressionally authorized group that is supposed to also be running events commemorating the 250th birthday. But there is a perception, at least, that Freedom 250 is more partisan and more pro-Trump, hence country singer Martina McBride.
Here's the answer to your question.
Will not be celebrating Independence Day on the National Mall. She said that she originally had been told that this would be a nonpartisan event meant to celebrate all 50 states, but, quote, "What we were told is, in fact, not what is happening." Same thing with the Commodores. Whether or not it was an easy decision, they too are hitting the exits.
Did ChatGPT put in boomer music?
More of the groups announced
and then just put these people together?
Are not performing anymore than still are. Though Vanilla Ice says he will be there, presumably rocking the mic like a vandal, lighting up the stage, wax a chump like a candle. I'm old enough to remember.
Oh my God.
He boring me. So Mia, does anybody even listen to these people? Like, I mean, the playlist was sorry. Where's Nicki? Where's Lil Wayne? Where's the people that are at? Where's Young Thug? Like, Young Thug got out of jail because of Trump. Don't he owe him a favor? No one listens to this.
You know what's so crazy is that it's like somebody put this into ChatGPT and was like, what do boomers listen to over the last 50 years? And do one artist from each genre. And that's literally what happened. And that's what ChatGPT spit out is these random people they put together. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed because, I mean, I don't know why they didn't partner with TPS USA. I mean, at least they had a decent show. Like, if you're going to do like a partisan show, at least partner with a partisan organization that will at least make it semi-decent. Like, I don't understand why you couldn't get, I mean, there's a whole litany of Republican country artists that would have come on, rock stars. I mean, there's so many people. It's so crazy that they had Milli Vanilli Lip syncing. Mind you, Milli Vanilli is a lip syncing group. They got busted in the 90s because they couldn't sing. Literally, they were just a look. Like, you know the dollar's bad. You know the dollar is bad when nobody wants to accept the dinero anymore to perform.
Ariel, you do commentating. What do you think about the lineup? I know this is your first time on here. I'm not forcing you to have a political answer if you don't want to. But what's your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with her. I don't even know who Martina McBride is. So Milli Vanilli, I mean, I remember a little bit like the lip syncing thing, but yeah, I'm like, at least before when they would do these types of things, it would be people that were more relevant, and you'll be like, dang, like I used to listen to them. Now I didn't know they were for him. So with this one, I'm like, I don't think, yeah, they're not really relevant.
No, they're not. Well, we're going to move on to the next topic of the night, guys. If you're watching, please hit the like button. We're going to talk about the mayoral race. Right now, there's a California mayor race, and looks like California might have their first, well, not their first, but another celebrity in charge. I don't know if many people know this, but Ronald Reagan used to be used to be an actor. Here we go. Spencer Pratt closes in on Karen Bass.
In just 5 days, LA voters are picking their next mayor, and Spencer Pratt, who you just heard talking to us during the commercial, shaking up the high-stakes race, promising to root out crime, homelessness, and get those burned homes, including his own, rebuilt.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I had to take a minute to run for mayor. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. Councilwoman Robin's plan for treatment first. I will go below the Harbor Freeway tomorrow with her, and we can find some of these people she's going to offer treatment for. She's going to get stabbed in the neck. Downtown is so unsafe now that they have to serve the food. All the employees have to eat inside. She doesn't care about safety. She doesn't care about anything she's talking about. At least Mayor Bass pretends to care.
And it just may be working for Pratt. He's seeing a major boost in support, outraising incumbent mayor Karen Bass by nearly 10 times.
All right, the man himself, Spencer Pratt, joins us now. Spencer, thanks so much for joining us on the Curvy Couch.
So blessed to be here.
So tell us about this rise, because no one saw you coming. We really didn't. So much to spare in L.A., but you...
All right, I'm going to mute him. Kimberly, my little Californian, I'm going to have this up on the screen while we keep going. Yeah. What is your thoughts about the mayoral race? Where do you think it's going to be? What's your predictions for tonight?
I haven't kept up with the polls. He's polling second.
Very close, like literally within 5 to 10 points, depending on the poll. You know, it's really a toss-up.
Mm-hmm. I would have preferred Nithya Raman to poll second, because she would push Karen Bass to the left, although they're all fucking establishment Democrats. But I think it would be good to have somebody push back on Karen Bass, because this is a result of running an unpopular person, an unpopular incumbent. Why would they run her? That was the stupidest thing ever. So same when Trump beat Hillary, I'm going to say the Democrats deserve to lose. If they're going to run Karen Bass, I'm not going to be happy that this guy wins, but the Democrats just deserve to lose. And if he does end up polling second, which I'm not sure. California is so difficult. There's a lot of closeted Republicans in California. They won't register and they won't tell you, but they'll vote in that manner sometimes, especially like around Orange County. Which is not where LA is, but just so you guys know. But yeah, I think it would be, not necessarily good, but like I said, at least it's some sort of a pushback. This is the only pushback you're going to get for running Karen Bass. So honestly, screw the Democrats. They deserve it.
Damn. Well, Mia, what you think? What's your thoughts on this? What's your predictions for tonight?
Honest to God, I hope he wins. I hope he wins. I hope he shakes that tree, that Democratic tree, and all those frauds, fucking assholes fall down. Half of them should be charged with treason and should be arrested. What do you mean you've put what, $2 billion into homeless and they still have homeless people? What do you mean you're putting hundreds of millions of dollars and there's still homeless people? What do you mean you're not offering them drug rehab treatment? You're not building homes, you're not anything, but you're taking hundreds of millions of dollars of feds money and private money? What do you mean you have that entire fire fundraiser and not a single home was repaired or built? Like, what do you mean? It's all fraud. Fuck them. They should be charged with treason and they should go to prison.
It's all corrupt. And when I was a paralegal, I sued some of these nonprofit organizations like Path. And the problem with nonprofit organizations is that there's still like a pyramid. So they're still paying themselves, even within themselves, the executives get paid a lot of money. But the way that the homelessness issue or homelessness nonprofit organizations are set up is not to solve the issue. If not, then their gravy train would run dry. If they solved the issue of homelessness, they wouldn't get their freaking money anymore. And I've been in Chicago 2 weeks. I haven't seen a single homeless person. And I was born in Bellflower. I'm born and raised in and around LA. I've lived in California my whole life. I love LA. And I've been to every major city in this country. There are very few cities uglier than LA. LA is not a pretty city. There's like their bougie areas here and there, but they're very few and far between. And it is really sad to see. That's why I say I don't want this guy to win. I don't think he's the answer. But California is like 3/4 super majority, super blue state. And the voters honestly don't really look into what the fuck they're voting on. They're sheep. And we keep getting this shit over and over and over again. Karen Bass is shit. If you vote for Karen Bass, you hate LA. Honestly, I'm not registered in LA, but I haven't looked into all the voters, but I can see why a lot of people are voting for Spencer Pratt as a fuck you. Because honestly, fuck them. They suck. But
well, I mean,
of the top 3, Nithya Raman was better on homelessness and policing. That's it. I'll just put that out there.
Well, I mean, Spencer Pratt's not wrong. And I think a lot of people, I think that should be like a wake-up call to a lot of California Democrats because he's not wrong. He's saying the quiet part out loud. We have basically a subset of humans living in a gutter lifestyle, for lack of a better term, and they're put there on purpose, and they're not being lifted up because the money is being used in the pyramid scheme to pay the people at the top to keep them on the bottom. So these people are stuck there, and then half the people want to be there. Like, the truth is, and he said it out loud, the majority of homeless people, even though you don't want to admit it, half of them want to be there because so for years and years and years ago, I actually used to work at a drug rehab center. I was one of the counselors there. My specialty was pregnant women and new mothers. So they would pluck you out of jail and they would deposit you into my program. And it was a house. So I was like a house mom, a head hen, if you will. And I kept this place rolling. And a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. And the truth is a lot of these people want to live this way. They want to be this way. They want to get the services they could possibly get from the state. They end up back in jail and then they come back. I know it sounds super crazy because who would want to be homeless? But so many people do not want to live by society's laws or society's metrics or live by the rules of a halfway house. Like, no, honey, you can't have your boyfriend here in a home full of pregnant women and new mothers. No, you can't smuggle drugs into your baby's diaper. So now we have to tear apart the house. We have to tear apart all of this, that, and the third. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but a half of these people want to live this way, unfortunately. And Spencer Pratt is the only one that has told it like it is. I hope he wins because we need more people in office saying the truth. And the truth is half these people want to live this way.
Ariel, is there anything you want to add on this topic before we go to the next topic?
Honestly, I mean, this is my first time hearing that Spencer was running. So I was like, I just heard Spencer Pratt, but I'm like, I can't be the Spencer Pratt that I'm thinking about. So I'm just impressed. I don't
It's
like
the one you're thinking about.
Yeah.
$2 million. I
was like, not Heidi, man.
That tells
Heidi
you.
Spencer. So I'm like,
Listen, I'm not going to say Republicans are perfect, right? But that tells you how bad are things in California. Think about it, Ariel.
Yeah.
For him to be leading. Think about it.
He was making sense. So I'm like, okay, Spencer look like he know what okay, well, I wasn't expecting to see Heidi's man, but all right.
Okay.
Look, I say there's a kernel of truth within what he's saying, but he's really bringing that emotional impact. Like, he's like, this city is fucked up and people feel it, even though I don't think his solutions are the answer. people
either.
can feel that and they respond to it. So he's very charismatic.
I think if I lived in California, I would vote for him just as a FU to what she did during the fires. She wasn't here. She didn't rush to come back. She didn't help them. There's a clip of Gavin Newsom, this very wealthy white woman talking to Gavin Newsom. I'll never forget it. He said, "Oh, I don't have time to speak to you." He didn't know he was being filmed. And she goes, "What do you mean you don't have time to speak to me? Like, I donated to your campaign." And he was like, "I don't know what to tell you." She's like, "You need to give me an answer." Like, and the woman lost I mean, you could be you could be rich, but still not be, you still live check to check, and you live in those houses. You don't have money just to get your life together until the insurance pays out. And also, a lot of these people didn't get their insurance payouts. It's a scam, or they got pennies on the dollar. They're selling that land is being resold to billionaires, Ariel, and they're running out everyday people. It's not right.
It's so sad.
Kim can tell you because she's from there.
It is very sad. It makes me so upset. That's why I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't vote for him, but let him win. Fuck these Democrats. They suck so bad.
And yes, I don't like certain things culturally that the Democrats support, but I also don't think that Republican is 100% the answer. I think you have to have a balance. And I think that's the problem with this country. People are locked in on their sides. And anyways, but we're going to switch gears, guys. We're going to go to like a lighter topic, and then we'll end with the data centers, because I know that's Mia's baby at the end of the night. But the first topic we're going to get into is the Ozempic topic. How skinny is too skinny, guys? There's an Ozempic craze around this country, and we're going to look at these poor women. They need a cheeseburger. Here we go.
I just ate a cheeseburger.
About Kelly Osbourne's weight loss, and fans can't stop talking about it. Over the past few years, Kelly has lost a massive amount of weight, around 85 to even 100 pounds, and her transformation has been so dramatic that people online are starting to question what's really going on. Now, there is a real explanation. Kelly has been open about having gastric sleeve surgery back in 2018, where doctors removed a large portion of her stomach. She's called it one of the best decisions she's ever made, and it helped kickstart a huge part of her weight loss journey. But that's only part of the story. After having her son in 2022, she focused heavily on losing baby weight, and even admitted herself that she may have pushed things a little too far at times. She's also followed a very strict lifestyle, sticking to a high protein, low carb, low sugar diet to maintain her results. So far, that all sounds normal, right? But then things took another turn. In 2025 and into 2026, fans noticed Kelly looked even thinner, and that's when the internet really started spiraling. People began accusing her of using Ozempic or other weight loss drugs, saying her transformation looked too extreme to be natural. And Kelly did not hold back. She directly addressed the rumors, shutting them down completely and calling the comments disgusting, telling people to stop speculating about her body. But then she revealed something much more serious. After the death of her father, Ozzy Osbourne, Kelly explained that her recent weight loss wasn't intentional at all. She said the grief affected her appetite so badly that she could barely eat, leading to even more rapid weight loss. And suddenly, the conversation changed, because now what people were criticizing had a much deeper reason behind it. Still, the internet is divided. Some fans are supporting her, saying people need to stop commenting on her body entirely. Others are still questioning whether everything adds up, and why her appearance changed so drastically so quickly. But one thing is clear, what looks like a simple weight loss story is actually a mix of surgery, lifestyle changes, and something much more personal. And now people are asking, is Kelly Osbourne's transformation being misunderstood? Or are fans noticing something they weren't supposed to question?
Okay, guys, I'm going to play another clip while we all go around and talk about it. If you guys are watching for the first time, please hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. But I'm going to mute it while we're all talking. 1 second.
Celebrity timeline.
All right, so Mia, my little conspiracy theorist, you had an interesting conspiracy. What's your thoughts on all of this?
Man, I know it is so crazy, so crazy. And I am not a conspiracy theorist. I just recognize patterns, okay? Because every time I say conspiracy theorist, TikTok be taking my videos down. But I just think it's so crazy. There has to be a connection between the rise of Ozempic and the cost of living crisis, and the fact that we're going into not only an energy crisis, but a food crisis now at this point in time. And imagine all these Americans that are on Ozempic don't even have to eat half the amount of calories that they did before. I mean, if you've ever met anybody on Ozempic, one of the first things to go is your appetite. Literally, which would be perfect in a food crisis.
Do you remember when those billionaires were trying to push like bugs protein, like ground up bugs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Gates.
That's right.
And then all of us
point of view.
And then all of a sudden, all of these celebrities, even the men, now that's all we see is Ozempic, and they have normalized it. And then, like I said, now we're rolling into this food crisis that's probably going to hit, I would say, in the middle of summer to September. And it's just all in my mind. My pattern recognition spidey senses are tingling. Like maybe this was all in the plan.
Interesting.
Well, I watched another video. Y'all know that song, Spend That by Young Miami?
I can't really hear you.
Yeah.
What was
Sorry.
That's
Ariel,
okay.
you know the song, right?
Yeah. You know
In the video, it said the reason why that song came out is because people need to start spending money. What's your thoughts on that?
Hold on.
I mean, people call. I mean, that makes sense to me though because
I was getting a call.
Words manifest.
Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna have to take a drink of water when I.
That's okay.
when y'all
Go
are
ahead.
speaking.
Yeah.
No, but I was asking Ariel, does she know the song?
Yeah.
In Florida, it's like the #1 song. I'm from Miami, so
Mm-hmm.
there's this chick. I gotta get the bit. I should have played it. Oh well. But anyways, there's this chick that said the reason why that song is going viral, and it's like it's stuck in your mind. Like spend that. It's like I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like demonic. I'm sorry because it's like I can't get it out my head. I can't. Like I might play it. Nah, they're gonna take it down. I can't. Y'all go
There's
look it up.
probably
Young
like
Miami.
a frequency attached to it to get
It is.
more
But
catchy.
this girl made this video and her video got 1 million views. And she said the reason why Spend That is #1 is because of the fact that they're trying to get people to spend money. It's like some sort of like thing to get us to spend money, like to get the economy going. Because the song, oh my God, I wish I could play it, y'all. This song, I might play it on my phone. The song is so catchy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm obsessed with this. I don't even like Young Miami. Well, I don't know. I kind of do.
The government will use like certain parts of like culture to psyop. Like they'll psyop a lot of movies. They've psyoped even punk rock. Punk rock was originally anarchist, Marxist, and they psyoped it beginning in the UK, and somehow
That's it, right?
How they and somehow from the UK to here, they were able to literally infiltrate punk rock, and that's how you get some of that skinhead punk rock, which is completely fascist and Nazi. But that's how they'll infiltrate music. They've infiltrated hip hop and rap music. We all know about that. And so, I mean, I'm sure they do that with certain songs and music to push a certain narrative. It's crazy. Can't remember what timeline this is, but.
Well, I mean, we don't know because they keep resetting the timeline because they're trying to change the outcome. I swear to God, we don't know.
They keep resetting the timeline, and I'm still somehow like single and poor. I'm like, what? Which timeline was I married rich? Because take me there, please.
Kimberly, you just found the wrong man. You need to go find a Diddy. And you need to go play victim, and you need to go you need to go find you a Diddy. Speaking of Diddy, y'all, your girl made my video. I got my first 1 million views on X. Thank you, Diddy. I gotta thank you.
Hooray.
Thank you for your small penis. Thank you, 50 Cent for your smaller one. But guys, we're gonna talk about 50 Cent, Diddy, all of that. For those of you guys watching for the first time, we were lucky enough to send some of our teammates to the Diddy trial. So I got to see Diddy up close, guys. He was right there. He looked like an old busted koala bear.
Oh my God.
Don't do that to koala bears. Don't put that evil on them. They eat bamboo. They help the environment.
Is Diddy really not pecking?
You ain't see the video? I'm going to send it to you.
Oh,
send it to me too. I didn't see it.
No, Ariel, you have to text me your number. Because I can't, TikTok not going to allow it. You guys, listen, you know what a baby is?
Vienna
like
sausage.
yeah, it's really bad, guys. I don't even think 2-year-olds are that bad. Like it is like really bad. And I almost think he has an ED problem from using drugs for so many years. But because it wasn't even like up. Maybe it was. I don't know. But nevertheless, guys, I can't play it. It's all over the internet. But I do have something better. I have the man that was in the tape with him. I have a clip. I would like to play it. It's really like, girl, like I'm typing Diddy and I can't even find the man. Like, what the? Hold on,
Well,
guys.
while you're looking that up, I'll tell you guys a real
Yeah.
life story. I have a friend that's trans in LA. She lives in the home. And she has gotten paid for there are certain rappers that like it up the butt before she
We know.
Before
we listen to their music. We figure out they gay. They just don't come out yet.
Yeah. She ended up getting the full surgery and she can't provide that service anymore. But they used to, because she looks fully feminine and she's gotten, she's very voluptuous. But before she got the final surgery, she said that rappers would pay for them, they like it up the butt.
Well, did you hear that night when you guys were on, that one chick we had on? She's like, I can't wait to find a man that lets me. You remember, Kim, you were there.
Somebody did say they wanted to peg a man, right?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. But anyways, here we go.
Yeah, he joined in the first time because that's what she requested. She said she wanted 2 guys. So we was pretty much swapping out. Here from the back, I get swap, So yeah, that's what she asked for, and that's what she got. But that was only the first time. We only did that once.
So he never joined in after that.
We'll swap sometimes though. Like we'd be in the same room, and like he'll hit for a little bit, and then I do my thing. But like he would only like be in, and he'll be in and out quick, pound her real quick, and then be out. So,
well, I guess the thing with Diddy was that he wasn't well endowed, so he was trying to give these girls something that he didn't have, but he wanted to control that, something like that. Because me and you talked about this.
So yeah, he told me I can give my girl anything in the world, but I can't give her that. Talking about my so so yeah, it was just like, yeah, he can give her all the gifts she want, but he can't necessarily. Because some guys feel intimidated by not having a big, I guess, but and he just wanna, I don't know. I think he just like to see this. I think he just like to see this.
Well, you actually ended up with a video of a freak off.
Sorry. So this guy is the guy, guys, that's in the tape that came out. This is him. And when I tell you, he has an anaconda. So it's really not fair for Diddy because we're talking 12 inches and this girl is putting all 12 inches in her mouth. And yet we're told we need to feel sorry for her. That's where I'm at. I don't know. Believe all women, blah, blah, blah. Mia, what's your thoughts?
I'm just like, I'm stuck on the fact that his name is Sly Diggler. I'm still stuck on that. I haven't moved past the name right now. I haven't moved past the name. Oh my God, this is something out of like the American Pie movie series. Like one of those young white dudes named Sly Diggler. It's super weird to me. I don't know. I can't move past the name. This whole thing is so crazy and honestly traumatic at this point in time, having to hear about it for so long. And then the fact that Diddy's not even really going to sit in prison for that long either, even though, and it's just not the women that he's potentially hurt, but it's like the music artists that he's hurt. It's what he did to the industry. I mean, it's the deaths that he's caused, even 30 some odd years ago, back before he is the Diddy that we know now. And he's never really going to pay for any of that.
Ariel, do you think justice was served or do you think it was overkill?
I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't really fully get into his stuff. It was so much so fast. And I mean, I guess I am a little bit confused as to what his charges were. So like what he's in there for, like for being freaky, I'm like, that is.
I can explain it. So basically,
Okay.
they were trying to say that he had RICO, right? They're trying to say he used his employees, his companies to have a criminal enterprise to in turn then pay prostitutes to come and sleep with the women he was with, also give them drugs. Also, he had multiple times where he abused Cassie and he paid witnesses off. Also, pretty much they were the other one was prostitution with the Mann Act. So basically he would hire people across state lines, transport them across the world, across the country to come and have sex with him and the girlfriends. He was ultimately found guilty, or he was acquitted for the RICO, but he was found guilty for prostitution. And I'm going to be honest with you, because what he was found guilty for, I do think it was overkill. I don't think he should have been given 5 years in prison for that. I'm sorry, I just don't. I think 1 to 3 times he should have been let out, in my opinion, in July. Because if they truly felt he was guilty of all of that stuff, then I agree, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. But clearly, the jury was sympathetic to him, and I watched their faces. They were, because the people that they had testifying, I'm going to be honest with you, it was kind of hard to feel sorry for some of them. I mean, they either got paid, were getting paid, were taking drugs, were involved in drugs. Like the assistant, I was there the day she testified, and she was full of shit. She claims he raped her, but she continued texting him and telling him how much she loved him. Bitch is crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I have zero sympathy. The only person I felt sorry for, I'm going to be honest with you, is Cassie.
Yeah. And then like I think it was Maya or me, what she said, like the violent crimes, but that's not what he went up for. So that's why I'm like, because with Cassie, like, yeah, I would be afraid too. I think they say he blew up, was it Kid Cudi's car after?
Yep.
If you can do stuff like that, then I'm gonna be scared to leave you too. So I can understand, like, I mean, yeah. So that stuff, I feel like that's what he should have got charged for. But obviously, that's way harder to prove. But just based off of the other stuff, that's what I was a little confused about. But the violent crimes, he need to be in there.
Yeah, so we're gonna end the night, guys. We're gonna
aware
talk
of everything he was doing. His dad was an informant. He was an informant. If you guys want to talk about psyop, Diddy is a psyop. He's not particularly talented or good looking or a good singer or anything.
Right.
He's an industry plant, and he must have pissed someone off. So he probably wasn't cooperating with his handler or something, and they said, "All right,
well, he
still
bumped
own
up
you.
against
We're going to
them.
do this to you." A lot of the statutes of limitation had passed, so they got him on things.
He bucked up against them and sued the liquor company. This is what this is all.
That
and it
has
goes
to
back
do
to a
with
certain group of people. I'm not going to say who. Mia knows who I'm talking about. And he pissed off the certain group you shall not name, cannot say. And that's what it is. So, all right, guys, we're going to go to Mia's favorite topic. Mia about to have this protest, honey. She about to say no AI data centers. Here we go. This is Erin Brockovich and what she has to say.
Secrecy. This was done in the dark of the night.
Data centers are becoming a real pain for a lot of Americans.
Their voices were dismissed.
They've been popping up all over the country. And while tech companies insist they're being good neighbors, communities say they're really feeling the impacts.
They are having to drill new wells. They're losing water pressure. They are really, the noise and this low hum that goes on 24/7 is extremely disruptive.
Now Erin Brockovich is on the case. Yes, that Erin Brockovich.
And he's going to make them give $5 million of that to your family.
$5 million?
$5 million.
So you're not anti-AI in general?
No, I encourage people to use your own critical thinking. It's here to stay. I get that. They're starting to realize Superman's not coming. And they're going to have to stand up and speak up and show up for themselves and fight for themselves, their family, their health, and their community. And so I've never seen anything like this. I really haven't.
So Mia, please tell everybody your thoughts on AI data centers. Why is it bad? Good? What do you think?
So I think AI data centers are terrible. They're terrible for the environment. They're terrible for you simply because they take your jobs. So the more we build, the less jobs that Americans are going to have because they're going to be replaced by what? AI. So First and foremost, it displaces American jobs, for starters. Humans will lose their jobs, and it's being integrated with an AI interface, and it's happening rapidly. We lost over 1.1 million jobs, and the majority of those were directly attributed to AI. And then the next part of that is the simple fact that the average AI data center uses about 2 million gallons of water a day, which is the size of an entire city. And that's the average size. So they went from building smaller data centers that weren't really cumbersome to now we have mega monoliths that use almost 10 million gallons of water in a single day, which is more than major cities use at this point in time. And then you have to factor in the fact that they are no longer investing in our nuclear infrastructure. So what are these data centers using? They're using our outdated and broken electrical grid, which then passes on all of that cost to the consumer. And we actually don't have the electrical grid in the United States to sustain all of these AI data centers, which is why, on average, the people that live next to these large data centers specifically have like a 600% increase in their electricity bills because we just don't have the infrastructure for it. And then we move on to the pollution component. So what is it? XAI. So Elon Musk, he has a massive data center in Tennessee. Well, now they have linked the data center to respiratory infections, respiratory illnesses, and cancer now. So not only does it steal your water, and if you're lucky enough to have water, it's going to be the color of rust and brown because at this point in time, your well is fucked and the entire water system is destroyed. It is poisoning the air, which in turn is poisoning the food and the land. And then now you have to pay the electricity company $600 a month on top of all of that while having no water and basically not being able to sell your house. Because the second an AI data center moves in, you can't sell your house anymore. Your house is worth essentially nothing. And then we need to talk about the fact that they're trying to build a massive data center, I believe in Utah, that is like 5 times the size of New York City. Why do we need a data center 5 times the size of New York City? New York City is huge. New York City is not like 3 blocks and a cot. New York City is huge. We're talking about data centers that are the size of cities and towns together. And then there's the surveillance component. So do you want the government surveilling you in your backyard that you're paying for? So they're taking your water, they're polluting they're giving you cancer, and then now you're paying for them to surveil you on top of all of the other things that I've listed. Data centers are absolutely atrociously terrible.
Yeah, that's a whole lot to take in. I'm like, my head's exploded. But this is the next clip. This is what they talk about in Texas. What's going to happen next?
Problem in Texas. Houston, we have a problem. Texas, we have a problem. Wow. It's AI. Currently, there are more than 460 of the facilities across the Lone Star State, and construction showing no signs of slowing down. Now, even lifelong GOP voters are fighting against data center expansion as more and more are being proposed in deep red rural counties. Let's bring in MS Now senior transportation reporter Josh Einiger. Josh, you were just in Texas and spoke to several residents there about this issue. What'd you find out?
So, Jonathan, Republicans have made it super easy for these centers to be built in.
I'm going to mute this. Kimberly, how do you think this is going to affect the midterms? I mean, I'm hearing that people are considering not voting Republican because they're so upset. Like this, I saw so many stories like this because the AI data centers, yes, the gas is high, but AI data centers will affect us for generations. What do you think about what's going to happen with the midterms and these AI data centers?
Yeah. I hope it turns people away from voting either red or blue. If people are turned away from voting either red or blue, that's always good. I wish we would have this energy to a general strike. We just need to not pay our mortgage, not pay our bills, our credit cards, not shop into any big corporation for a couple months, and we'll bring the whole system down to their knees. We don't even have to burn more warehouses down, just a general strike. Because even if there is a blue wave, oh come on, the Democrats they're not gonna stop the AI data centers. Man, but it is sad to see, and I love Mia's rampage against the AI data centers. Everybody follow Mia on TikTok. Mia is great on TikTok. There are a few wins here and there, but overall, we really just need class solidarity, not just in this country, but all over the world. We're really headed towards like the Matrix, and I can really see it now. And so quickly within the last, I think, like 3 or 5 years, it's just sped up. It's so crazy to see in real time how bad it's really gotten. So yeah, sure, vote against red, but also voting blue isn't necessarily going to be the answer. Eric, I voted for butchwear in the primary. I highly recommend looking into butchwear.
Ariel, have you heard about data centers? What do you think about everything you're listening to?
Yeah, I've heard about them, and it's like I feel like the majority of us, I'm not gonna say desensitized, but we just feel like there's really nothing that we can do about it. So it's just like that's insane. You know, I use AI at work, you know, but kind of sparingly. But like I see the different, like people use AI for everything. So like the clip with Erin Brockovich when she was like, it's not going anywhere. It's really not. Like no matter how much people hear about it, they're like using it for a grocery list or like I mean, or to put together like dinner ideas. You can just go on Pinterest and look up, you know what I'm saying? Like they use it for every little thing. So I don't really see it going anywhere. So it definitely scares me, especially, you know, I have kids. Like it scares me. I don't like it, but I'm just like, I don't know what I can do about it.
What do you think that everyday Americans can do at this point? What do you feel like there's things that we can control?
I feel like ideally, like what I'm sorry, I can't see the names in here, but what she was saying, like about voting, like, yeah, actually vote against people who are like make our voices heard. I feel like so many movies we watch, the government is literally terrified about like, oh, we can't do this because the people are gonna go against us. But in real life, everybody is way too scared. They would never. And I'm just like, why don't y'all see? They are scared. It's in the movies. They're scared of what we will do, but everyone is so scared to do anything. So they don't do anything. But like I mean, the one thing that a person really can do if they're just too afraid to like make big actions is like what she said, vote against whoever is trying to, you know, create bigger data centers in your area. Vote against them. Like that's not even hard. That's one little thing that you can do. If you still want to use your little AI for a little to make flyers and stuff, I mean, definitely cut down on that too. But for sure, vote against the people that are trying to put more of those in your area.
I agree, guys.
Pixar movie, A Bug's Life, there's this little clip where the ant figures out that the grasshoppers are actually afraid of the little ants. And he says, like, there's more of us than there is of them. And he knows that. Man, I wish honestly, I pray for that. But that's why they keep lead in our water. They keep our schools underfunded. They keep spraying the air with poison because they want us to stay dumb and complicit. So, I mean, obedient workers and consistent consumers, like George Carlin said.
Yep.
But, I mean.
Facts. Nia, you said you want to add something else before we start closing out.
Yeah, so one of the big things that a lot of tech companies and people that are like data center, pro data center, one of the first things they say is we have to beat China, we have to beat China. We will never beat China in the tech industry. We will never do it. You know why? Because China has spent the last 50 years raising over 800 million people out of poverty, and they have a fantastic infrastructure. They can support their data centers. The United States can't. We do not have the energy infrastructure to support any of these data centers. And they know that. Peter Thiel already left. He's already in Argentina as we speak right now, trying to build data centers down there and utilize their infrastructure because they realize what they want to do is not possible in the United States because we have spent the last 60 years not taking care of the infrastructure, not replacing it, not renewing it, or not adding to it. And in the last, I want to say 2 to 3 administrations, people have been so afraid of nuclear power, even though it is the cleanest energy we have to offer right now that can sustain cities, like whole cities. they're not investing in that. So at one point in time, we have to ask ourselves, if there's an outage, who gets power first? Do you get power first, or does the data center get power first? Do people in oxygen get power first, or do the kids, the babies in the NICU get power first? Do the hospitals get power first? Do you? Or does the data center get power first? And that is like the real question. In the time of need, when the grid fails, who do we take care of first? And unfortunately, the United States government has said data centers will get it first. And then, as they have in Congress, they actually have legislation for data centers happening right now. They're trying to pass some sort of clause and laws. But the biggest component hidden in there is in this congressional bill, they're going to give the Secretary of Commerce the ability to strike down any state laws. So if your state says data centers can't be bigger than 2 acres and they can't spy and they can't use all this energy, the feds can come in and say, no.
What?
I know the voters said this, but no, we're not going to do this. And then they can override them. Yeah. Yeah. Marsha Blackburn or Blackthorn has put this together. So yeah, they're trying to hide a whole host of things in these upcoming congressional bills that essentially give the kingdom over to the feds. And most Americans don't know because they're not reading these congressional bills.
Oh my God, Mia!
Well, I
It's
guess
actually
Congress
scary.
2025 was real.
What happened, Ram?
It really was. And guess who the Secretary of Commerce is? Howard Lutnick.
Oh my
That is the man that is the architect of the tariffs.
Epstein Island creeper.
And that's the man who brought his kids to Epstein Island after Epstein was a convicted pedophile. That is the man who is the Secretary of Commerce, who they're trying to say is the king of the castle when it comes to AI and can supersede the states.
Mm-hmm.
It's all connected, baby.
There were hundreds of emails with him and Epstein, and a lot of things that we're now seeing, guys, were in those emails. Like, they were literally planning how the world operates in those emails. That's why they don't want all the emails out. It's not even just about the kids. It's about the things they talked about in the emails, like, life and systems and infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. He was stupid enough to do this interview with this news place where they ask him these questions and he's just lying. They're not even good at it anymore. These people they're not even trying hard enough to get us to go along with it anymore. But did you see that video I sent you that they had this successful, I think it was in Utah, where they were able to successfully vote out the power center, at least for the time being?
Oh, they did it in my state too. They thought they were gonna put one 10 miles from me. I was like, no way, Jose, not today, buddy. I'm out there. I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm reposting, I'm out there. I'm driving to this place, not happening, dude. Not over here, bro.
Love that, dude.
I refuse.
Well, guys, this was fun. I'm gonna allow our guests, Ariel. We do closing thoughts. You can let everybody know if you enjoyed your time on the new party and why, and what your closing thoughts are.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but I really, really enjoyed it. I loved hearing y'all's thoughts and learning some stuff myself. Yeah, I loved it. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, Ariel. Guys, if you're watching, please hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Ariel, before we go, can you let everybody know where they can find you and what kind of content you do?
So you can find me on TikTok. My @ is hotmom.dotcom. I do I'm really a no niche kind of girl. I like to do storytelling, just funny things or whatever. Like I said, I don't really have a niche, so it's just a day in my life, pretty much.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you so much for coming, Ariel. Mia, what's your closing thoughts there?
Data centers are bad, and the United States is an occupied country, and we need to do everything we can to take it back.
That was pretty fast. Everybody go follow Mia and listen to her patterns. Kimberly, what's your closing thoughts there?
Yeah, I second Mia. We do as humans. We just need to develop basic pattern recognition skills because history keeps repeating itself. We also need to develop critical thinking skills, be able to think for ourselves, not just everything that they're fucking throwing at us, because there's so much to consume. I've been avoiding the news. There's just so much going on. And I will end with, the only way to heal the world is to heal ourselves. And I recommend this book by Dr. David R. Hawkins called Letting Go. And I will leave you all with that.
Letting go. Elsa, you gotta be like, Elsa, let it go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. Please hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Please go follow Ariel. It's Mia and Kimberly. We appreciate you. We love you. Tomorrow night, Man Cave will be back. I believe Gray is talking about what's going on with Trump's health. Are we being lied to? And Thursday night, I'll be back hosting again. This time it'll be ladies and a couple guys. I believe Kamal will be there. Maybe Doc will come pay us a visit. Anyways, guys, have a good night. God bless and stay safe.
Sisters,
we shall not yield to tyranny.
Our cause just, we will prevail. The fight
Hello,
for our
Mr.
rights.
Buffs. Ready for a journey back? Look at this encampment. The spirit of 76 is alive.
Bobby, at this
Hello,
point,
history.
shame on you. Shame on you. Because we are being played as the American people. Our money is funding a war that we don't need to be in. I shouldn't be okay with it. So as long as I have breath in my body and a mic to use, I will be speaking out against this.
A true patriot savors these moments, but the fight for liberty calls.
The economy, we have a global economy. That's why we're a number one economy in the world. I know that a lot of people want to paint the horrible view of America, but, you know, go live somewhere else and then tell me America's bad.
Patriotism is all about. Look at these flags. They represent our fight for liberty.
This is so American freaking crazy to me that we have an conflict with Iran before a single person from the Epstein files has been arrested on American soil.
The hour of our liberty is at hand. For freedom is brava. Brothers
I
and
was
sisters.
working, man, you know, but it's good to see Rippy out there handling business, man. And again, hey, there's a lot of black Trump supporters, man. I mean, it feels good to see them, man. So I'm...
My fellow patriots, the hour of decision is upon us. Let us march forth with courage to secure our liberty.
A real code. People are getting sick of it. The moment a celebrity steps slightly outside the leftist approved narrative, they get attacked. Chili from TLC gets heat over allegedly donating to Donald Trump.
For liberty. The British advance. We must act.
Our supplies are low, but morale is high.
Then we fight for liberty.
Payne Tour captures the spirit of we fight for independence.
With
Welcome to
people
my
that said they were anti-war. I think they said no new wars. Yeah, they voted for a president that was not going to start any new wars. And what's funny to me is that not only were you lied to, not only did this man start this and get out of the
freedom. Greetings from the encampment. The spirit of liberty is strong. We will fight for our rights and our freedom.
Just in order to get the Greater Israel Project accomplished, you have to kill people. That's why it's wrong. Killing people is wrong. Full stop. So you can try to make sense of it with, well, it's a threat and this and that. There's no greater threat than the United States empire.
Vocabulary up because I'm throwing out words like hubris, acquiesce, verbose. What are you going to do about the dichotomy of the nuance?
To the encampment. For liberty.
And what I've learned, and I'm not a liberal or a Democrat. I voted for Trump the first time, but he's become a politician. He lies like all the other politicians. He deceives like all the other politicians.
Endures through every change and challenge. We stand at the dawn of liberty, unshaken by the trials ahead. Our cause in doing.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say anybody that sits in that oval does not like Americans. They love United States, though, which is the politics. But they don't love the Americans. Americans are farmers. Americans are mechanics. Americans are school teachers. Americans are mom and pop businesses.
Soldiers, the enemy is near.
Not only do I love my FBA fam, my Black American fam, my Black people on code, you know, my people that's allies with us, as part of the fam. I love y'all. I love my country too. You feel me?
The cause to victory.
To victory. These pastries are wonderful.
Indeed, but we must stay vigilant.